I got a question, man.
That sweater.
Who the fuck get a warrant
Ha,
and had the case dismissed
ha.
in less than
Hey,
12 hours?
Him.
Because I went to Lil Boosie pool party, and he happened to be there, and he happened to be standing on me. I mean, right next to me. The truth is, I never met him before. I had no idea who he is. I didn't even know he was a jeweler until after his passing. And then the night of that game isn't the night that he got killed. He got killed leaving Boosie concert the next night because somebody tried to rob him.
One artist says his life changed after signing a deal. He now believes he was never meant to escape. At the time, he thought the contract would protect him and help him build a future. Instead, he claims it trapped him. He says the same security team that was supposed to keep him safe placed him in a situation that led to serious legal trouble. According to him, that moment altered everything. He also believes the record label that promised support slowly took control of his money, his music, and his freedom to move forward. Months later, while speaking during an Instagram Live from jail, he made another major claim. He said someone close to him crossed paths with J. Prince Jr. in Houston and confronted him in person over everything that had been happening. First, many people dismissed the story. Some thought it was nothing more than online drama or emotional talk from someone dealing with incarceration. Others assumed it was exaggerated street talk. But as more details surfaced, the situation began to feel far more serious. What started as background noise soon turned into one of the most talked about label disputes in hip-hop. This was no longer about opinions or internet arguments. It involved a powerful Houston record label, federal charges, contract complaints, and accusations that moved beyond social media into real-world tension. To understand how things reached this point, it helps to look at the history of Rap-A-Lot Records. In the late 1980s and 1990s, J. Prince built Rap-A-Lot into a dominant force in Southern hip-hop. The label played a major role in pushing Houston rap onto the national stage. Many artists connected to Rap-A-Lot later became legends. For years, the label symbolized power, loyalty, and strong industry ties. Being associated with mob ties carried weight. It suggested protection, access, and backing from one of the most respected figures in the South. Over time, though, a different conversation began among younger artists. At first, it happened quietly behind closed doors. Later, it became more public. Some artists said they avoided signing with the label altogether. Rumors spread about strict contracts, uneven profit splits, and heavy control over digital revenue. While none of this was officially proven, the talk moved through studios, private messages, and social media. Many felt Rap-A-Lot deals were no longer what they once were. The artist who says he learned this lesson firsthand is Honeycomb Brazy. He is from Mobile, Alabama, a place where opportunities are limited and survival often comes first. His childhood was shaped by hardship, family struggles, and constant pressure. In 2020, a freestyle video of his began gaining attention online. The views climbed fast and people connected with his raw delivery and honesty. That attention eventually reached Rap-A-Lot. From Brazy's point of view, the offer felt like a blessing. He has said publicly that he did not sign for fame. He signed to help his family. He wanted to fight his father's life sentence and get his mother out of the projects. When someone comes from nothing and a legendary label calls, contracts are not always the first concern. All he could see was a way out. After signing, Brazy received a mob ties chain, appeared alongside label leadership, and was seen riding through Houston in expensive cars. From the outside, everything looked perfect. It looked like success. It looked like the dream had finally arrived. But he says behind the scenes, reality felt very different. In December 2023, Brazy was riding in a vehicle on Interstate 65 with people he described as security connected to the label. A traffic stop occurred, and firearms were found inside the car. Because Brazy is a convicted felon, he was charged with possession. He insists the weapons were not his. According to him, the guns were passed to him during the stop. The detail he repeats most is that he was the only person charged, while everyone else walked away without consequences. Brazy later said he could have explained everything in court, but chose to take a plea deal instead. He claimed telling the full story would have caused even bigger problems. At the time, staying quiet felt safer. While serving time in federal prison, he decided he could no longer remain silent. During a jail video call that spread quickly online, Brazy spoke openly and without restraint. He accused Rap-A-Lot of taking most of his earnings and said his YouTube and streaming revenue were controlled by third-party companies. He claimed he was paid about $200,000 while believing his music had generated millions. Over and over, he demanded control of his YouTube channel, calling it his real source of income and his most valuable asset. He also spoke about fellow artist Finesse 2 times. Brazy compared how the label celebrated Finesse's release with how he was treated when he returned home previously. Videos showed private jets, gifts, and public celebrations for Finesse. Brazy said when he came home, there were no cameras and no visible support. He even claimed he helped connect Finesse to the label, but received nothing in return. According to Brazy, the two later talked and realized they shared similar frustrations. Instead of turning against each other, they began looking at the bigger picture. That is when the conflict stopped being just about contracts and became deeply personal. Brazy spoke more about wanting out of his deal and said his requests were denied. He described missed chances and being blocked from moving forward. Then came the Instagram live that shocked many people. Brazy claimed Jay Prince Jr. reposted a freestyle from another rapper that took shots at him. To Brazy, this felt like direct disrespect from someone tied to the label, while he was still trapped in a deal he wanted to leave. Shortly after, he went live again, claiming a close associate of his confronted Jay Prince Jr. in Houston. He described the moment emotionally, making it clear the tension had moved into real life. The clip spread fast. Some people believed everything. Others questioned the story. When the posts were later removed, the conversation only grew louder. Silence often creates more questions than answers. Soon after, Jay Prince Jr. responded calmly online, saying he had no ill will toward Brazy and wished him well. There was no public argument and no escalation. Still, by then, the internet had already formed its own conclusions. When viewed from a distance, this situation highlights deeper problems in the music industry involving power, control, and the true cost of chasing opportunity. For a long time, artists have complained about bad contracts, confusing money splits, losing control of their work, and not getting the full truth from record labels. None of this is new. What is new is how fast artists can now speak for themselves. Social media has changed everything. Artists no longer need interviews, press statements, or label approval to tell their side of the story. With one post or live video, they can reach millions instantly. Brazy has said that after stepping away from the traditional label system, he earned more money on his own in a short time than he did during his entire record deal. Whether the exact numbers are correct or not is not the main issue. What matters is the message behind it. He believes owning his work and controlling his income is more valuable than any advance, chain, or promise a label can offer. That way of thinking is becoming more common across the music industry. More artists are choosing to go independent. They want to keep their masters, understand contracts better, and avoid long-term agreements, especially when they are signing from a place of stress or desperation. Brazy's situation is often brought up when people talk about unfair deals and artists being taken advantage of. His story connects with creatives who worry about losing ownership of what they worked hard to build. Now that Brazy is no longer tied to the label in the same way, one big question remains. Will Rap-A-Lot officially let him go? Or will everything stay quiet behind the scenes? Only the people directly involved know the full truth. What is clear is how Brazy feels about it. He believes he was treated unfairly. The label has not responded publicly in detail, and that silence has allowed rumors and theories to grow. This situation shows how quickly business disagreements can turn personal. When money, pride, and survival are all involved, emotions can run high. Many artists sign deals when they feel trapped and are looking for a way out of a hard life. Later, when the reality does not match the dream, anger and regret often follow. The industry is changing. Artists are starting to value control more than flashy moments, luxury cars, or short-term attention. They are learning that ownership lasts longer than hype. Brazy's story is not just about one label. It is a warning for anyone ready to sign paperwork without fully understanding it. Getting into a contract is easy. Getting out can be much harder. Sometimes problems do not stay on paper. Business issues can turn into stress, resentment, and real-life conflict. The line between music and the streets can be thinner than people realize. At the heart of it all is a simple truth. Artists chase opportunity, while labels chase profit. When communication fails, things can fall apart fast. This lesson applies to rappers, producers, YouTubers, and anyone creating online. Ownership matters. Knowledge matters. Once control is gone, getting it back can feel nearly impossible.